Okay, question number 3. Z Limited produces two products A and B. It absorbs, means estimates, overheads on the basis of direct labor R. That means as of now, they are practicing LHR method for overhead estimation. Budgeted overheads and budgeted labor hours are given to you. In calculator, 1242,500 divide by 20,000, I'm getting 62.125. I repeat, 1242,500 rupee. If I divide by 20,000 hours, I'm getting 62.125. By the way, why did I divide this? They said presently they are absorbing. Absorbing means estimating, charging, recovering, budgeting, forecasting, everything is one and the same. Yeah. Presently they are estimating the overhead on the basis of labor hours. Now what is the formula for LHR? Labor hour rate. LHR is nothing but total overheads divided by labor hours. Here total overheads budgeted is given 1242,500 divided by 20,000 hours, that will be 62.125. Correct? What is 62.125? LHR. That's okay, sir, but what is the meaning of 62.125? You see what you did. Numerator is amount in rupees, total overheads, and denominator is labor hour, that is in time. Correct? Which means 62.125 will be overhead cost per labor hour. I repeat, 62.125 will be overhead cost per labor hour. To put it in simple words, if one labor works for 1 hour, then the overhead cost to the company will be 62.125. That is the meaning of LHR. Sir, what if it was MHR, machine hour rate? Same way. If that was 62.125, then what is the meaning? Tell me. If one machine is used or if one machine is working for 1 hour, then the overhead cost will be 62.125. Here in the question they said they follow LHR. Therefore, I am saying for every labor hour, there is 62.125 rupee of overheads. Okay. Next, additional details are given to you. I'll just write it here, 62.125. Okay. Next, additional details A and B, number of units given. Material cost per unit is straight away given, good for us. Labor cost also per unit only, but it is given as 3 hours at 150 rupee, that is 450. 4 hours at 150, 600. What is 150 here? Wage cost, wage or labor cost. So to make 1 unit of A, you need 3 hours, and for every hour you are paying 150 rupee. That means to make 1 unit you are spending 450 rupees. Following? Now, I want you to do a small check here. How many units of A are we producing? Sir, 2,500. Here it is. And how many hours you need for 1 unit? 3 hours. Therefore, 2,500 units into 3 hours. This will be 7,500 hours for A. What about B? Sir, 3,125. I'm circling here. You see 3,125 units into 4 hours. That 3,125 into 4 is coming to 12,500 hours. And in the first line itself, they said company is producing only 2 products. That means if I add these two, I am getting 20,000 hours. Now this should be the total labor hours for the whole company. Correct. Is this number already given in the question? Yes. I am marking in blue now. You observe this number was already given, 20,000 hours, and the 20,000 hours is nothing but the total hours taken by A plus total hours taken by B. Correct? Yes. Are you able to analyze the question? Next, here material is done. Let me mark in blue. Material is done here. Labor is done. What is the other thing you need? Sir, overheads. Correct. Overhead story is given here. Not one, but they said overhead breakup. We have given to you order processing cost, machine processing cost, product inspection cost. Now, can you add all the three? I'll also do it in calculator. 2,10,000 plus 8,75,000 plus 157,500. This is coming to 1,242,500. Even this number is given in the question, 1,242,500. Are you clear? Sir, what if in the question these two numbers are not given, 1,242,500 and 20,000 hours? What if in exam they don't give this? Then you calculate the way I have shown it to you. A and B, do the total. So you got labor hours, and then do the total of all these overheads. You get the total overhead amount also. If they give, well and good. If they don't give also, you should know how to get that number. Clear? Next, these activities are driven by number of orders processed, machine hours and inspection hours respectively. Fantastic. Here they have given cost drivers also for you. See here, let me just erase all this. They have given three overheads to you. Which three? Order processing, machine processing and product inspection. Then they said these activities are driven by orders processed. That means this 2,10,000 is based on number of orders processed. This 8,75,000 is based on machine hours, and this 1,75,000 is based on inspection hours, because they said respectively. That means first one is for the first, second for the second and third for the last. Got it? Right. Product A and B, order processed, machine hours, inspection hours. The same thing, order processed, machine hours, inspection hours. This is also given to you. Good. Total is also given. Sir, what if this total is not given in the question? Then you add A and B, you will get the total. That's it. If they give, take. If they don't give, you calculate and then take. Simple. What is that they want you to do? See here. From here, questions will be little different. You are required to, three sub questions they have. What is the first sub question? Find out cost per unit. That we know, sir. Material cost, labor cost, overhead cost, everything per unit. We did in the previous question. Perfect. That is correct. But read fully. Based on existing method of overhead absorption. Existing method means they want you to do using LHR method. This is your overhead chapter. Then find out the cost per unit using ABC. For that you will do working note. In that you will calculate per order, per machine, per inspection, all that the same way that we did previous two questions. Correct. And also show the cost variation under method A and method B. That will come later. Once you get the answer for sub question A, sub question B, then you will put in a table particulars product A and B under LHR, under ABC, the difference you can show. So this third sub question is very easy. If you do 1 and 2, third will be just putting both the numbers and doing plus and minus. Clear? Okay. How to solve this? What is the first thing they want us to do? Find out cost per unit based on existing method of overhead absorption. What is the existing method? Estimating overhead based on labor hour rate. Labor hour rate. That means first you should calculate LHR. Then you should calculate cost per unit based on LHR. Now LHR is used only for overhead estimation. Material cost and labor cost is anyway given in the question. Yes, where is that, sir? First table, 300 rupee material, 450 labor, 450 material, 600 labor. Only thing you need to do is overhead. How to do overhead? Based on LHR. Clear? Sir, how to calculate LHR? I've already shown you. 62.125 per labor hour. Remember, what did I tell you for 62.125? It is labor hour rate. That means if one labor works for 1 hour, overhead cost will be 62.125. To make 1 unit of A, you need 3 hours of labor. So 3 into 62.125, you will get the overhead cost. 62.125 is the overhead cost per labor hour, and to make 1 unit of A, you need 3 labor hours. 3 into 62.125, whatever number you get here. Now material given, labor given, overhead simple calculation, add all the 3, done. Same way for B also, but B will be 4 hours into 62.125, material given, labor given, overhead you will get, then the total. That's the end of the answer to sub question A. Can we first complete that? Yes, everybody. Question number 3. Sub question 1. Sub question 1. LHR is equal to total overheads divided by total labor hours. You need to observe one thing here. I am not going to do it for each activity. Order processing, machine processing, product. No, I am not going to do it separately, because first sub question is not activity based costing. First sub question is your labor hour rate. In labor hour rate, we are going to do total overhead by total labor hours. Simple. Yes. How to get total overheads? Already given, sir. First paragraph. Sir, can I show in exam 2,10,000 plus 8,75,000 plus 157,500? In first paragraph, when they have given 1240 to 500, there is no need of you showing it that way. Okay, you can take 1240 to 500 as it is. Suppose in the first paragraph, that second line where you have 1240 to 520,000, if that was not given, then showing the total of the 3 would be necessary. Clear? Yes. So total overhead 1240 to 500, that is given, divided by how many labor hours? 20,000 labor hours. 20,000 labor hours. 1240 to 500 by 20,000. 62.125. 62.125. Using this, you need to calculate cost per unit. Write down heading cost per unit statement. Product A, product B. Product A, product B. Material cost per unit is given 300 here, 450 here. Correct? Labor cost per unit is also given 450, 600. 450, 600. Sir, can I show it as 3 into 150, 4 into 150? Do that, no problem. This is not schedule 3. Okay? We don't have a very strict format. Right? Yeah. Don't worry too much about showing whether it is 3 into 150, because that 3 into 150, 450 is also given in the question. No? Correct? Then why did they give that 3? That is for next thing. Yeah. Overhead cost per unit will be 3 hours into 62.125. This is why they gave that 3. That number is coming to 186.375. 37 I am writing. For B, it is 4 hours into 62.125. 248.5. That's it. This is cost per unit in total. Just add all of this. 300 plus 450 plus 186.37, 936.37. 936.37. Same way, 450 plus 600 plus 248.5, 1298.5, 1298.5. What is this now? Computation of cost per unit based on existing method. And what is existing method? Labor hour rate method. Okay. Chalo, let's see what is sub question 2. Here I am marking in red now. Find out cost per unit using ABC. Now under activity based costing, I cannot use that 62.125 straight away, correct? What I have to do? Sir, you need to identify how many activities we have. Okay. And then you need to identify what is the cost driver. Okay. Then you need to find out the cost per cost driver or ABC rate or cost driver rate, correct? And then you will calculate for A and B separately, sir. Okay, understood. That means first you want me to calculate or rather find out how many activities? Correct, sir. Tell me how many activities? Sir, 3 activity. Order processing, follow whatever I am writing now on the question book. Order processing first, machine processing second, product inspection third. Okay, amount is also given, right? Sir, this we should divide by cost driver volume. Okay, for order processing, what is the cost driver? Sir, it is given that it is driven by number of orders, sir. Correct. How many orders? Sir, total you should take 600. Correct. So 2,10,000 by 600, you will get one number. Correct. Machine processing, you will divide by total machine hours, that is 50,000 hours. You will get one number. Third one, product inspection, you will divide by inspection hours, which is 15,000. You will get one more number. This will be my working note. Are you following? Shall we do that? Everybody start. Sub question 2. Sub question 2. Computation of ABC rates. Computation of ABC rate or cost driver rate. Yes. How many activities? Order processing. What's the number? 2,10,000 rupees to be divided by number of orders processed. How many orders processed? 600. Remember, you should take the total. Yes. So 2,10,000 by 600, 350 rupee per order. 350 rupee per order. Second, machine processing. Machine processing. What's the numerator? 875,000 should be divided by 50,000 machine hours. 50,000 machine hours. Correct? 875,000 by 50,000. 17.5 per machine hour. 17.5 per machine hour. Last one, inspection cost. Product inspection. Yeah. Product inspection is equal to 157,500 to be divided by inspection hours. So 15,000 inspection hours. 157,500 by 15,000. I am getting 10.5 per inspection hour. 10.5 per inspection hour. So these are the 3 numbers that are relevant now. Okay. Chalo, what next? Sir, using this you have to calculate cost. Correct. But what is asked in the question? Is it total cost or per unit cost? See sub question 2. It is per unit cost. Material and labor is anyway given as per unit. Correct, given at per unit level, but overhead when you calculate it won't be per unit, it will be in total, because you observe all the numbers that you took. I am marking in blue now. All the numbers that you took, 2,10,000, this is in total. 600 in total. All these things that you have taken is in total, so your overhead will also be in total, but the answer that they're expecting from you is per unit. Material per unit, labor per unit, both are given. Overhead per unit is not given. So what we can do, calculate overhead per unit and then prepare the main table. Are you following? Yes. Chalo, let us start. Working note. Computation of overhead cost per unit. Particulars, two products, so A and B. Yes. Which is the first overhead? Order processing. Right. How many orders did we process for product A? Let me go back to the question. Here you have 350 for A, 250 for B. So come back here now. 350 for A, 250 for B. And how much is the cost? You have calculated 350 rupees. 350 rupees. Remember, this is coming from, correct, here. Yes. So how much is this? 122500, 87,500. Okay. Which is the second item? Machine processing. Machine processing. How many machine hours for A and B? Let me go back to the question. Here I have 23,000 for A, 27,000 for B. So 23,000 here, 27,000 here. And what is the cost per machine hour? You have just now calculated 17.5, 17.5, 17.5. 23,000 into 17.5, 402,500, 472,500. Yes. Which is the third item? Product inspection. Okay, let me go back to the question. Product inspection is based on inspection hours. 4,000 hours for A, 11,000 hours for B. So 4,000 here, 11,000 here, sorry, 4,000, yes, and 11,000 here should be multiplied by rate that you have calculated in the working note just now, 10.5, 10.5. So 4,000 into 10.5, 42,000, 11,000 into 10.5, 115500. Now if I add all this, I will get total overheads for product A and product B. Correct? Let me add it. 122500 plus 402,500 plus 42,000, 567,000, 87,500 plus 472500 plus 115500, 675500. Let me pause for a second and check the total. Add both 675500 and 567,000. If you add, you should get 1242,500, which was already there. Correct? We took that in first working note. LHR calculation numerator, total overhead was 1242,500. Just to confirm that my working is correct, I can do this in exam also. Right, but this should be divided by number of units because I want overhead cost per unit. Yes, where is number of units? First table. In the question, first table you have, see here, 2,500 for A, I am circling now in first table, and 3,125 for B. So divide this by 2,500 Divide this by 3125. This will be overhead cost per unit. 567,000 divided by 2500. 226.8. 567,000 by 2500. Yes, 226.8 and 675500 divided by 3125. 216.16. Sir, is this the end of the answer? No, we only calculated overhead cost per unit. But what is asked in the question, not just overhead cost per unit, they said cost per unit. See here, question is cost per unit. That means material, labor plus the overhead that you did just now. Okay, so cost per unit is equal to, you can even do it this way, material plus labor plus overhead. For A, material 300, labor 450, overhead 226.8. If you don't want to make one more table, show it this way, that's fine. As long as reader can understand what you have written, your presentation is correct. Don't worry, sir, should it be in table only, should this only be the column, that should be the row? Not necessary. Can reader understand this way, material plus labor plus overhead? Okay, yes, no problem, then that is the correct presentation. Simple. Yeah. So 300 plus 450 plus 226.8, I am getting 976.8. For B, material is what? 450, correct. Labor 600 and overhead 216.16. 450 plus 600 plus 216.16. 1266.16. If you have a rounding of difference, that's okay, not to worry about it. So this is your final answer under activity based costing. All right, yes. Now they've asked sub-question C here. Sub-question C, yeah. Show the cost variation under method A and B. Find out amount of cost distortion. What is the meaning of distortion? Either it is under costed or over costed for both the product. Simple. Just prepare a small table. Cost distortion. Particulars A and B. Cost per unit under LHR. Next line, cost per unit under ABC. Cost per unit under LHR, cost per unit under ABC. I will just scroll up. Cost per unit under LHR was 936.37, correct? 936.37, and product B was 1298.5. 1298.5. This was the answer to sub-question 1. Under ABC, 976.8, 1266.16. Correct. Now the difference between these two will be cost distortion. So 936.37 minus 976.8 will be 40.43 negative. 1298.5 minus 1266.16 will be positive 32.34. Okay, now some students may expect this minus and plus to be same and the total to match. That will not happen. Please understand. Cost distortion you have calculated per unit. and number of units of A, number of units of B are different. So don't expect this negative and that positive to get nullified and the total be equal to 0. That is not necessary. They will not ask you to do reconciliation. Clear to you? So you just have to calculate cost per unit under LHR method, cost per unit under ABC method, the difference between the two, negative minus, positive plus, that's it. Clear? Did we answer the entire question? Sub question C was this itself. Show the cost variation under A and B. Find out the amount of distortion under costed or over costed both the products. We have completed the answer. Right. Chalo, let's work out question number 4. Question number 4. Fasteners Limited produces and sells 4 products A, B, C and D. Details of the 4 products and relevant information is given to you for the week ended 28th April 2007. That's okay. A, B, C, D. Number of units, cost per unit, material, labor. You observe, material cost, labor cost in rupees is already given to you. Machine hours is given. They have not given the overhead. They have given machine hours per unit. That means to make 1 unit of A, you need 4 machine hours. 1 unit of B, you need 3 machine hours and so on. Okay. The 4 products, that is A, B, C, D, are similar and are usually produced in a production run. Production run means batch. One production run means one batch of 20 units and are sold in batch of 10 units. Very important this is. Why it's important? Please observe. They are saying these products are similar and you are producing them in a batch of 20 units. How many units of A do you want to produce? 120. How many batches? Sir, in one batch you can produce 20 units. That means 120 units by 20 units. You will have to do 6 batches. You will have to do 6 batches. Same way for B, 100 units in total, and every time you do a production run, you do a batch, it will be for 20 units. Sir, how do you know everything is 20? Because they said here 4 products are similar. Correct? That means every time you run a batch, it will be for 20 units. So 100 by 20 will be 5 batches. 80 by 20 will be 4 batches. 120 by 20 will be again 6 batches. Or you can even do this way. Add all of this. 120 plus 100 plus 80 plus 120. You get total units. Divide that by 20. You will get total batches. That's also fine. Right? Okay. This is how you produce. But see the next point. They are sold in a batch of 10 units. What does it mean? When you produce, every time you produce 20 units, every batch, every run you produce 20. That means if I start a batch, it will be for 20 units. When you sell it to customer, are you selling 20 at a time? No. Given in the question, they are sold in batches of 10 units. That means if I have to sell 120 units, 120 by 10, I will require 12 customer orders. I will require 12 batches of sales. Are you following? I repeat, 120 when you produce, you are producing 20 once. 20, 26 times. Correct? But when you have to sell, you are not selling 20 to one customer, you are selling it in a batch of 10. That means 10, 10, 10 and so on. How many times you have to do? 12 times you have to do. Are you following? Production 6 batches, but when you sell, it has to be 12 batches. Clear to you? Next. The production overhead during the period are given to you, basically overheads. Factory works, setup cost, stores receiving, inspection or quality control, material handling. They have given 5 overheads to you for 5 different departments. Okay. The production overhead is currently absorbed using MHR. That means current method, present method. Company's policy is to estimate overhead based on machine hour rate, MHR. Previous problem that I did was LHR basis, right? And company wishes to introduce ABC, good, and they have identified major cost pools for production overheads and their associated cost drivers. You see the same thing here is copied again, correct? But you have additional detail. What? Cost drivers also they gave, correct? Now some students must be thinking, sir, this table, this column and this column is anyway same. Here you have rupee, here you have cost drivers. They could have clubbed these two tables, no, correct? But just to confuse you, they elaborate the question like this. Actually, this can be clubbed. Here only you can shift these items, no, cost drivers. Everything else is same. That would be easier. Factory works expense in front of that cost driver, in front of that amount also. They did not do intentionally to make the question look bigger. That's all. Okay, sir. Now factory works expense, it is based on machine hours, setup cost based on number of runs and so on. For all the items they have only given, you don't have to even identify the cost driver. Cost driver is also given in the question. Okay. The number of requisitions raised on the stores was 20 for each product. Observe here. Each product means what? Product A 20. Product B 20, product C 20 and product D 20. That means total 80 stores requisitions. Clear to you? They did not say 20 for one unit. They said 20 for one product. A is a product, B is a product, C and D. So 20, 20, 20, 20. Total 80. Right. Number of orders executed were 42. Each order being for a batch of 10 of a product. This information is repetition. Sir, why are you saying repetition? They had already given this. Where, sir? Here, observe. I am marking in red. They had already given it here. These are sold in a batch of 10 units. That means when a customer comes, you are not going to sell him 1 unit or 5 unit or 8 units. You are going to sell 10 units to him. What if he wants 20? He will buy 10 plus 10. 2 batches he will buy. Not production batch, sales batches. Now here, why did I say repetition? They are saying the number of orders executed, that means customer orders executed, are 42. And that is 10 of a product. This 42 was not necessary. Why, sir, not necessary? See in the question, first table. How many units, by the way, are you planning to sell company as a whole? Do it in calculator, everybody. 120 plus 100 plus 80 plus 120. This total is coming to 420 units, correct? And then 420 units, you are not going to sell 1 unit at a time. You are going to sell 10 units. That means 420 divided by 10. I here only know that it is 42 orders executed. 420 you have to sell in total and you will be selling as 10 units in one batch. So 420 by 10, 42, I already know. That is why I said this 42 and this 10 was not necessary. That's why I said repetition. Even if they don't give this in the question, you should be able to identify. That's what I tried explaining. Clear? Okay. Yes, sir. Requirement. Calculate what total cost, they did not say per unit, total cost of each product A, B, C, D, assuming the absorption of overhead under MHR basis. Second, total cost each product assuming absorption of overhead by ABC. For ABC you have 5 departments, activity, cost, pools, drivers, everything is given. And then show the difference between 1 and 2 and comment. Same thing that we did in the previous sum, but comment is additional, which I will dictate. Clear? Now sir, first sub question how to answer. Sir, first question they are saying total cost of each product. They want us to do under MHR method. What is MHR method? Sir, here we will estimate overhead based on machine hours. Perfect. What should be the formula? You want to estimate overhead based on machine hours. That means numerator should be total overheads, denominator should be total machine hours. Correct? Because you only said that machine hour rate means estimating overhead based on machine hour. Therefore, calculate how much is total overhead and divide that by total machine hours. Correct, sir. How much is total overheads? How to calculate? Sir, if you go up in the table, okay. Which table? Sir, second table. Okay, second table. I am here in second table. Right. Sir, if you add all these overheads, all 5, if you add, you will get total overhead, sir. Perfect. So I will add all of this. I will get one number. That will be my numerator. Okay. So this is done. This is done. When I add all of this, I will get this number. This is done. To be divided by machine hours. How to get machine hours? Sir, if you scroll up, yes, I scrolled here. Sir, here you can calculate machine hours, sir, using first table. Oh, first table. What are you saying? Sir, number of units are already given in first table. Where is it? Sir, here 120, 100, 80, 120. Correct. Number of units given. Sir, machine hours also given, sir. 4, 3, 2, 3. Correct. Sir, if you do 120 into 4, you will get total machine hours required for A. Are you following? 120 units into 4, you will get, sir, for A. Perfect. 480. Sir, same way for B also. 100 into 3, 300. C also. 80 into 2, 160. Sir, D also. 120 into 3, 360. Sir, if you add all of this, you will get total machine hours, sir. Perfect. And that will go to my denominator. Now when I do numerator, that is total overheads, by denominator total machine hours, I will get MHR. Correct? And if that MHR comes to say 4, what is the meaning of 4? If one machine works for 1 hour, then the overhead cost will be 4 rupees. Clear? Based on that, I can estimate the cost. Sir, they are saying total cost, sir. Perfect. For that, material labor also needed, sir. Correct. Go to first table. Why are you worried? Go to first table. Material cost, labor cost is already given. I am marking in green. Material cost given, labor cost given, overhead you will calculate, add all the 3. Sir, this is all per unit, sir. No problem. Number of units are also given. Then multiply, you will get total cost. Getting it? Yes. Simple it is. Let us first work out sub question A. All of you, let's begin. Question number 4. Sub question 1. Sub question 1. Yes. Working note 1. MHR is equal to total overheads divided by total machine hours. Total overheads by total machine hours. How much is total overheads? Straight away it's not given, but you have to add those 5 numbers, then you will get. Let me add all that. 20860 plus 10500. Correct? I'm copying from second table. 7200, then 4200, and then 9240. Right. To be divided by total machine hours. How to get total machine hours? Sir, from first table for A, 120 units into 4 machine hours. That is for A. 100 into 3 for B. 80 into 2 for C. 120 into 3 for D. Correct? Let me add all of this. I am getting 52,000 as my numerator. This should be divided by denominator, which is total machine hours. How to do? 120 into 4, 100 into 3, 80 into 2, 120 into 3, 1300. 1300. So 52,000 by 1300 is coming to 40. What is 40? Machine hour rate. Yes, sir, when you explained the question, you said it is 4. I did not say it will be 4. I said if you get to 4, then the meaning is for each machine hour, overhead will be 4 rupee. Yes, you will remember all that. Very good. Now what is 40? Sir, machine hour rate. What is the meaning of 40? Sir, if one machine works for 1 hour, if one machine works for 1 hour, then overhead will be 40. Perfect. Now using this, you can calculate cost. Computation of total cost. Because question is not per unit cost. First column, particulars A, B, C and D. First you need direct material. How much is direct material? 120 into 40. Given in the first table. I will just open it here also. Yeah, here. First table, number of units you have and also material cost you have. So 120 into 40. Second is 100 into 50. Then it will be 80 into 30. Last one is 120 into 60. $4,800. 5,000, 2,400, 7,200. Then comes direct labor cost. Same way, number of units 120, labor cost per unit is 28. 3360. Product B will be 100 into 21. Product C will be 80 into 14. D will be 120 into 21. $2,100, 1120, 2520. Last thing to do is overhead. How to do overhead? Sir, we have calculated 40. Correct. What is that 40? Sir, 40 per unit. No, it's not 40 per unit. It is 40 per machine hour. It is 40 per machine hour. Therefore, how to calculate? See here, 120 units of A and each unit requires 4 machine hours. So when you do 120 into 4, you will get to know total machine hours required for A. That you multiply by 40 rupees. 120 units into 4 hours, that will be total machine hours into 40. So 120 into 4 into 40, I am getting 19200. 120 into 4, 480 hours, and each hour will cost me 40 rupees. Same way, product B, 100 units. Each unit will require 3 machine hours. 3 machine hours given in the first table, by the way. Yeah, 3 machine hours, and it will cost me 40 rupees. So 100 into 3 into 40, 12,000 rupees. Product C, 80 units. Each unit requires 2 hours, and each machine hour will cost me 40. So 80 into 2 into 40, 6,400. Last one, 120 units into 3 machine hours into 40. 120 units into 3 into 40. 14400. That's all. Now do the total. Let me do it. 4800 plus 3360 plus 19200. 27360. Then 5000 plus 2100 plus 12,000 is 19100. Correct? Next, 2400 1120 6400 9920. Last one, 7200 2520 14400 24120 24120. That's the end of the answer to sub question A. Got it? Let me go back to the question. What was my sub question A or sub question 1? They said calculate total cost for each product ABCD assuming absorption of overhead under MHR. We did? Good. Sub question 2. Same way, calculate total cost of each product assuming absorption of overhead by ABC. Now under ABC, I will have to first do one working note. Working note to calculate what? Cost per activity or cost per cost driver. Correct. How many such cost per cost drivers I need to do? Sir, 5. Why are you saying 5? Sir, they have given in the second and third table that there are 5 different activities. I am marking in green. Yes. And in the next table, they have also given cost drivers, machine hours, production runs, and so on. That means you'll have to do 5 calculations. Correct. Once you do the calculation, then you can do the main answer. Shall we start? Which is the first item? Sub question 2. Sub question 2. Working note 1. Calculation of ABC rate. Yes, which is the first overhead. Sir, factory works expense given in second table, right? Factory works expense. Numerator is 20860. Now I am going to take the overhead related to that activity only, not total. Yeah. Sir, second table amount is given. That is numerator. For denominator, sir, you should go to third table. Okay. In third table, sir, they have given the cost drivers to you. Right. Where is the cost driver details? Sir, here, sir, they are saying machine hours. Alright, I am marking in blue now. Sir, machine hours is what you need. Machine hours we have already calculated somewhere. Yes, where? For MHR computation, the denominator is already machine hours. Oh, correct, sir. That means, let me just scroll up. Here I have already calculated 1300 machine hours. See this? This is already done, this computation. So 1300 will be my denominator straight away here. 1300 machine hours. So 20860 divided by 1300. I am getting 16.04. Okay, I will round it off to 16. So this will be 16 per machine hour. Right. Which is the second item? Setup cost. Numerator is 10500. Correct. Denominator should be, as per third table, number of production runs. Number of production runs. How to calculate this? Sir, they have given, sir, after the first table that every production run you do, it will be for 20 units. Correct. How many units are you producing in total? A plus B plus C plus D. That should be divided by 20. Right. In denominator, you do here. Number of units of A plus B plus C plus D will be 120 plus 100 plus 80 plus 120. Right? Now this is total number of units you need to produce. Correct. And how much is your batch size? 20 units. That means one more line you will have to do here. 10,500 divided by, now first do this, 120 plus 100 plus 80 plus 120, 420 units. Correct. Divided by each production run will be for 20 units. That means you have to do 21 production runs. 21 production runs. Now 10,500 by 21 production runs will be rupees 500 per production run. One production run means one batch, remember. You can write it as either batch or production run. Yes sir. Next, third overhead is stores receiving. Stores receiving. Numerator is 7,200 rupees. Perfect. Denominator, go to third table. They are saying in third table, stores receiving activity cost pool, the cost driver is requisitions raised. Sir, where do we have requisition raised? That is given after third table. Let me just erase all this. Here you have. Read after third table. I am marking now in blue. The number of requisition raised on the stores was 20 for each product. And how many products you have? A, B, C, D. 4. That means it is 20 into 4. 80. Simple. Now here denominator 20 into 4 products. 7,200 by 80. What is 80? 80 requisitions. So 7,200 by 80, that will be 90 per requisition. 90 per requisition. Right sir. Let me highlight this. 16,590. What next? Sir, fourth item. What's the fourth item? Inspection or quality control. What's the numerator? 4,200 rupees. Correct. To be divided by, sir, third table says number of production runs. Number of production runs we have already calculated. Correct. You observe in third table, the cost driver for setup also and for inspection both are number of production runs. That means you can just scroll up here. 21 runs you have. Do that here also. 21 runs. Simple. Don't show entire working once again. You have already done it. So 4,200 by 21. 200 per production run or per batch. Yes. Done sir. Last one. Sub question. Sorry. Item number E. Material handling and dispatch. Material handling cost. Sir, numerator, second table we have, sir, 9,240. Okay, perfect. Sir, denominator depends on third table. Okay, in third table they are saying, sir, number of orders executed. Yes. How to calculate number of orders executed? Either read the question properly. They have already given after the third table number of orders executed is 42. So take 42 directly. If this was not given, then I have already told you how to do. Product A plus B plus C plus D, total quantity is coming to 420. A, B, C, D, total quantity is coming to 420. If you divide that by 10 of a product, correct? So 420 divided by 10 will anyway be 42. In this question it's given straight away, I'll take it. In exam if they don't give, you can calculate it as 420 by 10. So 42. Let me do it here. Divide this by 42 orders executed. Orders executed. So 9240 by 40 orders. Sorry, 42 orders. I'm getting 220 per order executed. Per order executed. Done. Sir, all 5 overheads done, sir. Good, fantastic. Now what to do? Using these 5 numbers, you will have to calculate the cost, right? Go back to the question. They're saying total cost, that means material labor you have to take first and then overhead. But overhead will not be one line item, overhead will be 5 line items because you have calculated 5 different numbers here. 16, see this, 16, 500, 90, 200, 220. So all that will come line by line. Okay, let us start. Computation of total cost. Computation of total cost. Particulars A, B, C, D. Material cost, labor cost, overhead cost. By the way, material cost and labor cost don't work out again. You have already done this. Sir, where is it? Your sub-question A answer. You have already calculated these numbers. See here, I am highlighting. These numbers you can copy as it is. No need of writing once again. Correct? Copy. 4800, 5000, correct? And 2400, 7200, 2400, 7200. In bracket you can write here same as above, same as above. Labor also same as above. What was labor cost number? Let me scroll up. 3360, 2100, 3360, 2100. What else? 1120, 2520. 1120, 2520. Done. Then overhead cost you will have to do one by one. Which is the first overhead? Sir, factory works expense. Factory works expense. Okay. And what is the cost driver for this? Machine hours. Do we know how many machine hours for A? Sir, number of units into machine hour if we do, we will get, sir, 120 into 4. Okay, 120 into 4. Same way, 100 into 3. 80 into 2, 120 into 3, correct. But this is machine hours. You need to multiply this by the rate that you have calculated, ABC rate that you have calculated. Sir, where is that rate? Just above. You have done the working note already. 16 rupee per machine hour. I am circling in green now. 16 rupee per machine hour. Multiply all of this by 16, 16, 16 and 16. 120 into 4 into 16, 7680. 100 into 3 into 16, 4800. 80 into 2, 80 into 2 into 16, 2560. 120 into 3 into 16, 5760. Done. Which is the second overhead? Setup cost. What have you calculated in your working note just now? Scroll up. You have calculated 500 per production run. 500 per production run. That means you are going to multiply all of this by 500. Yes or no? I will just scroll up. I'll just scroll up once again. You have calculated 500 per production run. That means you are going to multiply all of this by 500. Correct. But what is the base number? This is 500 per production run. I need number of runs. Correct. How to calculate number of runs? See, product A, 120 units you want to produce, and each production run will be of 20 units. So if you do 120 by 20, you will get 6 production runs. 120 by 20, you will get 6 production runs. Now 6 into 500 will be 3000 rupee. Are you following? Let's try this for product B. Those who could not understand, try for product B. How many units of B you want to produce? Sir, 100 units. Correct. And each unit you will produce in a batch size of 20 units. Every time you will produce 20, 20, 20. So 100 units if you want, 100 by 20, you need to do 5 batches. 100 by 20, 5 batches. Each batch, each setup will cost you 500 rupee. So this is 2500 rupee. Same way, 80 by 20 will be 4 batches into 500. Last one is 120 by 20. 120 by 20, 6 batches, 3000 rupee. Yes sir, done. Next, third overhead is stores receiving. Okay, what have you calculated in your working note? Let me scroll up. Sir, we have calculated 90 per requisition. Okay, 90 per requisition means you will multiply everything by 90. Correct, sir. But what is the base number? Go back to the question. After the third table, I am marking in red now. You observe they said the number of requisition raised on the store was 20 for each product. Simple. Whether it is 120 units, 100 units, doesn't matter. For product A, 20. For product B, 20. C also same, D also same. That means everywhere you are just going to take 20. They said per product. So it is 20 for every product. So this will be 1800. Same way, 1800, 1800, 1800. This is actually very easy. Done, sir. Next one. Inspection or quality control. And what are they saying? Third table, they are saying it is based on production runs. Correct. How many production runs we have just now calculated here? 120 by 20 when we did, we have already calculated. But what is ABC rate for inspection? Let me scroll up. Where is the number? Yes, here it is. 200. So you are going to multiply everything by 200. Yes, sir. And how many runs? Sir, 120 by 20, you have already done 6. See here, this number only. Correct? This was 500. Now this is 200. See, I am scrolling up. This is 200. This is 200. But this is same now. Here 6. Here it is 5 into 600. Here 4 into 600. 6 into, sorry, not 600. 200. Yes. Everywhere 200 only. Here 4. Here 6. So this will come to 1200. This will be 1800, 1200. Done, sir. Last one, sub question E. Sorry, overhead E, fifth overhead, material handling. Material handling. What have we calculated in working note? Sir, you have calculated 220 per order. Okay. So everything will get multiplied by 220. Right, sir. But what should be the base number? Sir, you have to multiply by number of orders executed. How to calculate number of orders executed? Sir, you want to sell 120 units now, given in first table. Yes. And then, sir, immediately after the first table, they have given that you are producing in a batch of 20. That's okay. But this is orders executed. And you are executing the orders in a batch of 10 units. That means 120 by 10, sir. 12 orders you have to execute. Correct? I've already told you this. You are not going to sell 2 units, 3 units to customers. If you are selling, it will be in a batch of 10. 120 you want to sell in a batch of 10. That means you have to do 12 such orders or 12 such batches. So 12 into 220 will be 2640. Here what to do? 100 by 10. That will be 2200. 100 by 10 is what? 10 batches into 220. 2200. This is 80 by 10. That is 8 into 220. 1760. Last one, 120 by 10. 120 by 10, that is 12 into 220. 2640. Right. Done. I think with this I have taken all the items. I just have to now total these things. Let me do it. You also do it parallelly. Starting from material cost, 4800, 3360, 7680, 3000, 1800, 1200, 2640. 24480 is what I am getting. Product B, 5000, 2100, 4800, 2500, 1800, 1000, 2200, 19400. Okay, next. Product C, yes, 2400 plus 1120 plus 2560, 2000, 1800, 800, 1760, 12440. Last one, product D, that is 7200 plus 2520 plus 5760 plus 3000 plus 1800 plus 1200 plus 2640, 24120. 24120. This is the total cost under ABC approach. Right. What was asked in the question? Sub-question 1 was under MHR, sub-question 2 under ABC, sub-question C or 3 is difference between 1 and 2 and then comment. Let us do that now. Heading, cost difference. Cost difference, particulars, A, B, C, D. Cost under MHR method, cost under ABC method, and then cost difference. Correct. Now cost under MHR method is there in your first answer. Let me scroll up. Yes, here it is. 27360, 19100. Next, 9920, 24120. 24120. Correct. This is under first MHR method. Next, under ABC, that you have here itself 24480, 19400, 12440, 24120. Then the difference 27360 minus 24480, 2880 here, 19100 minus 19400, negative 300, 9920, 12440, negative 2520. Last one is nil because answer is same under both the methods, right? I've already told you, you should not try and do the total to get 0. You will not get, because number of units are different. Material, labor costs are all different. So you don't have to reconcile that way. Yeah, don't worry. By the way, it's not just cost difference calculation. They also want you to comment. You see, last part, they're asking you to even comment. Now, what to write as comment? Basically, you need to tell them why there is a difference. Why there is a difference. What is the reason for difference? Simple. Under MHR method, first listen to me, then you can copy. I will dictate, you then write, listen now. Under MHR method, cost gets assigned to the product based on the time that it takes. Correct? Machine time. Under ABC, cost gets assigned to the product based on the activity performed. It may so happen that a product takes more machine hours, but it requires less activity. It may so happen. Look at this. You have number of setup, number of stores requisition, number of inspection. Now, number of inspection may be more for A, less for B, whereas machine hour may be less for A and more for B. Possible. So when you do it on hourly basis, you are totally ignoring the fact that overheads are driven by the activity and not driven by the time factor. So MHR assumes that everything is based on time, but ABC, which is a refined way of overhead estimation, believes that activity matters more than time. In simple, it doesn't matter how many hours you work. What matters is what you do in that many hours. It's not time, it's the work or the activity, and hence there will be obvious differences. One product may take more time and do less activity. Another product may take less time and do more activity. Obviously, overhead estimation will be different because MHR goes by time, ABC goes by work or activity. Got it? This you need to explain in the comment part. All of you start writing. The cost difference under MHR method and ABC method is because of the fact that MHR method considers in inverted comma you write time. Let time be in inverted comma. Time as the basis for overhead estimation. In bracket you write, in this case machine time. In this case machine time. Close the bracket. Whereas ABC method considers activity performed in bracket. In this case number of production runs. In this case, number of production runs, number of stores requisition, etc. Close the bracket. Full stop. Next line you write, a product may require less machine hour, but may consume more activities, and another product may consume more machine hours and less activity. Accordingly, cost differences will obviously occur. Right? Yes. Did we answer the entire question? Yes. They said show the difference and also comment. We have completed. I think with this we completed question for all 3 sub questions. Right? Yes.